Now I'm joined by DD India correspondent Dipendu Monal from the newsroom. Dipendu, good afternoon. Now that the election dates are out, what are the agendas and issues which the ruling party and the opposition are currently flaring upon, and that could also reflect on their upcoming manifestos, Dipendu?
Deepika, of course, the elections have been declared. The EC have held the press conference and declared the elections to the Lok Sabha, which is the lower house of the Indian Parliament, beginning the 19th of April. But of course, there are multiple political parties that are in the fray this time around. The BJP, of course, the ruling party, as well as the principal opposition party, the Congress, will fight it out at the Hastings in the Lok Sabha elections 2024. But of course, let us talk about the issues that both the BJP and the Congress will fight it at the Lok Sabha elections of 2024. The BJP, of course, is going on the developmental agenda, which the party which has been in power for the last 10 years are hoping that the people will be voting them again for the third time on the developmental planks that the party had done in the last 10 years, which includes the BJP will be focusing on the multiple schemes that the government had launched over the last 10 years, which includes connecting to the grassroots and helping the grassroots people, the marginalized section of the people of India, including the Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana, the Pradhan Mantri's LPG connection, also the health scheme that the government had launched, which is the Ayushman Bharat, and several other such schemes that have been launched by the government over the last 10 years will be the prime focus of the government. And of course, the Prime Minister Narendra Modi's vision of Viksit Bharat, which is a developed country by 2047, will be in focus when the BJP goes on to campaign during the election time. Having said this, the opposition will of course try to attack the government on multiple issues, which includes, the opposition will try to rake up the issue of unemployment. The opposition would also perhaps try to rake up issues of corruption, as well as multiple other issues pertaining to the government over the last 10 years. So these two key parties will fight it out in the elections of 2024 on these primary issues. But also this time around, there are multiple regional parties that are contesting elections, like every year, like every general elections, and they will have their own issues. For example, the Trinamool Congress will try to corner the government, the BJP in the state of West Bengal, on issues of unfulfilled promises which the Trinamool Congress claims. There are other regional parties in Uttar Pradesh, in Tamil Nadu, and various other states of India which will try to corner the BJP, which is in power for the last 10 years on multiple issues that will come into fore once the parties hit the ground with the campaigning, which will begin anytime soon.
Right. Dipendu, youth has got a very important role to play over here. We've already witnessing many campaigns to promote and urge the youth to come out in large numbers and exercise their franchisee. Last time, if we talk about 67% voter turnout was witnessed in the 2019 Lok Sabha elections. This time, however, many campaignings are already mushrooming across different parts of the country. Are we expecting a larger voter turnout this time?
Well, the EC is trying to ensure that more and more people come out to cast their vote in the 2024 elections. And, there are more than 20 crore voters who are between the age of 18 to 29 who will be casting their vote, amongst which about 1.8 crore first-time voters will also be casting their vote this time around. So the EC is trying to ensure that, most of the youngsters who have enrolled themselves as voters for the first time come out and cast their ballot. The EC has also launched a campaign called Get Inked. So, these some of the measures even the government had taken before the polls was declared to bring out more and more youth to the booth, to the polling booth, to ensure that they cast their vote during the general election. And of course, a long-time campaign will also be carried on by the Election Commission of India to ensure that youth voters and more number of voters come out to vote. Yesterday, during the press conference, you saw Rajiv Kumar, the Chief Election Commissioner of India, appealing to the people of India to come out and cast their vote, because this is a democracy, and have urged people to have in fact requested and urged people to come out and take part in the largest and the biggest festival of democracy, that is India. So of course, we are expecting that the voter turnout could be about 70 to 71% this time around. But of course, we'll have to wait and watch when the election starts happening in different states on the beginning the 19th of April.
All right. Thank you so much, Dibyen, for joining us and bringing us a rounded perspective.